Hello, and welcome back to the channel. As most of you know, I'm Topher, and for those of you who don't know and just randomly decided to click on my video, welcome to the channel. I'm Topher. Thank you for stopping by. So we're here to do a reaction, and we're diving into new artists on the channel. This is a recommendation actually made to me by one of my besties, Katie. I was over at her house a couple months ago. She had just finished directing a musical, the middle school that she worked with, and I went to support because, you know, we support our friends. And afterward, we went out, hung out at her house, her and her husband, and we were just talking about music and all different kinds of stuff. And they mentioned a couple of different artists to me, but one is specifically was Halestorm, and they were just like raving about the lead singer Lzzy, I believe, and her vocals and everything. And I was like, okay, well, I love me some fantastic vocalists. Obviously, you know this. We're both performers. So I was like, okay, recommendations. And one cover that they was just singing the praises of was her or them covering Empire State of Mind by Jay-Z in the live room. So I'm like, okay. So I added this to my playlist back then, and I'm just now getting around to it because I'm a terrible person and I forget that I add things to playlists, and I have like a bunch of playlists and I don't always remember to look at things. But you know, better late than never. So we're gonna dive in and just see what this is all about. Tell me about it. I love this cropped leather jacket. It's a vibe. Nice bang. Okay. Different instrumentation. Giving me kind of country vibes a little bit.
Was always loud, the sirens all around and the streets are mean. If I can make it here, I can make it anywhere, that's what they say.
She has a nice depth to her tone.
Seeing my face in lights, on my name on the marquee down on Broadway. Even if it ain't all that it seems.
Okay, where are we going with it? Woo! Woo! Hold on, hold on, girl. Woo! Okay, we just had like a complete just like genre switch and a complete just like, oh goodness. Okay, so we started off, the instrumentation felt very, very, it was giving me very country vibes, and I love country music, so that's not an issue for me. But it's giving me very country vibes. I'm like, okay, this is cool, this is chill, and it's like, it felt like visuals I was getting in my head, closing my eyes, listening to it. Like I could see, like if this were a music video, we were driving down a dirt road on a path to, you know, visit our family, small country town, you know, like that's just like auditorily, that's the visuals I was getting going along with this. It felt very like hometown country, relaxing, and her vocals were just nice and warm. There's a nice warmth in her voice, and like I was saying, the depth of her tone, just like, it was beautiful, beautiful. And then as we geared our way up to the chorus, I started to hear a little bit more like rocker edge, a little bit grit, a little distortion. I'm like, okay, this is nice, this is cool. And then we got to the chorus, and where she just unleashes this belt, and I'm like, hold on, girl, hold on. And then all of a sudden we got the drums kicking in, and we started to feel a little bit more of a rock edge now in the music. I'm like, hold on, y'all, hold on. Y'all can't just like ease me in with this one vibe and have me thinking, okay, this is what we're gonna get, and then just slap me in the face with vocals and stuff like this. No. We're gonna take it back. Just a skosh, and you know, just goodness me. So like right now, the drums kick in, building up that tension. That growl. Sing. And then we're back to these sort of hometown country vibes.
On the avenue, it's never a curfew. We work so hard. It's such a melting pot on the corner selling wrong. We pray to God.
That distortion though. Ugh.
I'm gonna make it by any means. I got a pocket full of dreams. I'm in New York, a concrete jungle where dreams are made of. There's nothing you can't do. Now I'm in New York. These streets will make you feel brand new. Lights will inspire you. Hear it from New York, New York, New York. One hand in the air for
Okay, I got it up, girl.
lights on looking so pretty. No place in the world can compare. Put your lighters in the air. Everybody say yeah, yeah.
Woo! Hold on, hear that one more time. One more time. I know not everyone is going to agree, and not everybody is going to like that sort of really intense, gravelly rock distortion that's happening. But I like it when you can tell that the singer knows what they're doing. There's sometimes with some rock singers where they'll do that really intense, gravelly, throaty distortion, and it sounds painful and it hurts me. Like, it's still kind of achieves the same sound, but it sounds like they're not doing it in a healthy way. Like, they don't have control over what they're doing. They're just like forcing it to do this versus using some form of actual proper technique to make that happen. And like in her, I can hear that even though she is doing all this like distortion, blah, 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 there's technique behind what she's doing. I can hear, because there's no way for you to like maintain this level throughout this monster of a song with that many growls and repeated distortion and not lose your voice unless you're doing something technically correct. So I don't know what training she's had and whatnot, but I can hear the technique behind all of the distortion. So in that instance, I love what she's doing. But we're gonna hear that climax one more time. Oh no, back a little bit. And then right back into that clean belt. Oh, God. Like, where in that little bitty body that she has is she getting this massive monster of a voice coming out? Oh my God. It's remarkable. It is remarkable. And like I said, I can hear the technique in her voice. I can hear, I don't know what, I'm going to do a quick little Google search. Hold on. Halestorm. All right. Halestorm frontwoman Lzzy Hale has credited Steve Whiteman with helping her learn to sing properly. Hale started taking lessons from Kix frontman when she was in her mid-teens and said he taught her proper breathing and vocal techniques to navigate the rigors of the road. I don't know how... It's a whole article, like interview stuff, so I'm not going to read through this entire thing. But yes, like, obviously, she's had some level of training, and probably since then she's worked with other people and whatnot, but like, I can hear it. There's some level of training there to be able to, like you said, navigate the rigors of the road so you don't wear yourself out on the road, but also to be able to maintain this level of intensity. Because again, if you're if you're not employing some kind of healthy technique, even if you don't know it, like not everybody is like technically trained. Some people just have a natural talent and they can hear other people, what they're doing, and emulate, blah blah blah. Like that's one of my favorite things to do, listen to how other singers make sounds, listen to how they formulate sounds, how they shape their vowels, this, that, the other, and try to modify my own singing to match that, to see, oh, maybe this will make this particular note easier, or maybe it'll make this song easier at this point. Like that's, I like, but I've not received like any formal, not really any formal training. Like in college, I took a couple voice classes and whatnot, and then everything else I've just learned through my career performing. But like, I know that I don't have the best technique in the world, and I know there's so much that could be improved. But side point. Main thing is, like, even if you haven't had training and you may not even know that you're implementing like good healthy techniques and whatnot, maybe you just heard someone do it and you were able to emulate it and whatnot. Like, you have to have some level of healthy singing habits in order to maintain that level of extreme singing. Because she was just sitting out here singing Mary Had a Little Lamb in a nice, you know, soft head voice and whatnot. Like, okay, sure. But no, she was out here belting, and then so much distortion on that, on some of these upper belts, where it's like, if you are doing something incorrectly, or if you're not employing some sort of good, proper, healthy technique, you will damage your voice. You will damage your voice trying to sing and scream and do all this other stuff. Screaming is not our friend. We're not trying to scream. She's not screaming. She's distorting her voice. But like, if you're not employing some sort of healthy technique, you will severely mess up your voice. So that's one of the main differences between like this kind of intense, almost screamo, heavy metal kind of singing, and some others where it's like they are literally just shouting into a microphone. Like here, I can hear the technique, because even when she's not doing that kind of distortion, like if you heard going up into that big crescendo coming into the bridge, that scoop with all of that distortion, she came right out of that back into the chorus, back into that natural belt without the distortion, and that belt was still just as strong and just as clear and clean as it was at the beginning of the song. So that tells me that she's not vocally tired. She's not exhausting herself vocally throughout the journey of the song. She is doing stuff properly. She's setting herself up vocally for success. And it's remarkable. So damn good. I'm jealous. She's so talented. Oh my god. The tone of her voice, and then just I'm so interested to see what else she has in store for us. And I appreciate the musical instrumentation. Like I said, at first it was giving me country vibes, then we swung into rock, and then during the verses we were swinging into this nice like down home country vibe, and then we would swing into this heavier rock vibe once she hit those choruses, and we were building up that energy, rising tension. I'm like, oh man, y'all better play these damn instruments. So I enjoyed this. Did you enjoy this? I enjoyed this. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I'm excited to see what else they have in store for me. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on notifications to be notified when all of my shenanigans get posted. If there's anything else you'd like me to react to, be sure to leave it down in the comments. I'll get to it as soon as I possibly can. If you'd like to support the channel in other ways, you're more than welcome to join us over on Patreon. You don't have to, but you're more than welcome to if you want to. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Love you. Mwah.